Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been trading for over 17 years, and every single Friday I give you your macro top-down analysis with Bitcoin, total 3, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, the DXY, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, gold, and more. I don't care what market you trade. This is the video for you. It's going to help you see where we're likely going to go. I called the S&P 2 Octobers ago. Last October, my last call for the bounce of the S&P is spot on. We call that bottom of Bitcoin, and we're going to show you where we see Bitcoin going to here on the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you like this analysis and you watch it every single week and you get that knowledge. Let's get it in. So right here, Bitcoin, giant cup and handle. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. We're on the 2-week chart. The 2-week is where I love to accumulate. Whenever the free ingredient index gets below 20, 25 area, and we get a low on the 2-week chart. This is Bitcoin in, almost its life cycle. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then really only 5 of those 6 times was it really below the dotted line. That's in the last 6 years. So that's where I accumulate Bitcoin whenever we get low in the stochastics RSI and the 2-week chart. Really simple strategy. So again, we got low. I was accumulating Bitcoin in these areas, even on that wick down to 48,000. We're buying $50,000 BTC. Okay, so Bitcoin. I see this target for Bitcoin headed to $125,000. And that tells me it could even get there, by March or April of 2025. We could reach 100K, maybe even by December, right? So this looks beautiful. I mean, that's a cup and handle. That's ready to rock. Boom, boom, boom. What happened today? We got the break to 66,000. We're going to talk about this daily double bottom that has been playing out. That is a beautiful double bottom on the daily, as you can see. If that double bottom plays out, it's going to have a measured move of the trend line from the bottom to the top here. And then we can swing that puppy all the way up. And that's going to give us basically a $77,000 target for BTC. So right off the bat, you get this beautiful double bottom on the daily, right? And so far, it has been playing out exactly as it should ever since we've seen that happen. We just need to close basically a weekly candle really above 64,200. It looks like we're going to do that as we're right now sitting at $66,000. I feel like we broke the trend. Honestly, the trend line was breached, which we've had resistance for so long. It could be a fake out breakout, but we're above the 200 MA, which is also a very, very bullish sign. So I'm watching right now, literally this 7-minute flag here for BTC, and all eyes on this flag. And what happened was it was in a rising wedge that broke out. It's retesting the top of the flag in a way. Can it retest? If it goes back inside this flag, a chance it was the 200, we can drop back down to 64. But if it stays out here, there's a chance even tonight, you could see a massive move for Bitcoin on a Friday night and into tomorrow. We could be, pumping to 69, 70,000 into the weekend. And then it would be a party. People would just be like, we're on like Donkey Kong. So I am more bullish than bearish for Bitcoin. However, I do see the bearish divergence on the 1 hour. If you see it here, you got to swing up on price action, but a swing kind of flat on the RSI. So tells me we may have an issue. So I'm wanting to see if this smaller time frame can set up this retest to the upside. It's really about the 7-minute in this break of 66,000, 65.9. So close. That's going to really be your key to trading Bitcoin today. But on the macro scale, overall, so bullish, even if we did pull back slightly. We look at this giant cup and handle on the weekly, and there's really nothing else to say. I'm Sammy Cup and Handy. I've been waiting for this. This is what I go for. This is a model of mine on multiple other assets that I've traded throughout my life. Curling on the MACD, curling on the RSI and the stochastics RSI, everything looking absolutely beautiful. We just breached previous resistance, which was going to be $2.17 trillion. As long as we hold above that, I am super bullish. Moving averages are tight enough on the weekly for a massive move up. The target would take you to $4.1 trillion on the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency. I called the bottom of alt season. Remember, if you go back 3 of my macro analysis, or 2 weeks from today, I'm sitting here and I saw this model and I said, everyone, this is the beginning. We're going to pump. And look, we've been pumping ever since I said it, right? I'm just saying. And why? Well, it has hidden bullish divergence, which I called out. It's a cup and handle. We pulled back to the Fibonacci retracement of a 618, if you pull it here, and the 786. So this is a model of mine. I look for the 786 retracement with the hidden bullish divergence, with tight moving averages. It's all there with the cup and handle. It's all there. Everything is playing out, and previous resistance is support, and then we bounced. I see a huge move up to $1.26 trillion, about a double up in the entire altcoin market. This is serious. I put the alarm out for it. Had you watched my macro video, you would have known when alt season began. You really would have. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just telling you the facts. You can go play these videos and watch them. Really sad these only get 2,000 views when all of my other videos get way more, because I'm giving you guys exactly how this market was going to play out, and it played out so beautifully. We take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and we could say Bitcoin dominance just 7 days ago on the 20th when we were here. Today's the 27th. We talked about it giving, movement to the altcoins. We said Bitcoin dominance is going to give a little bit back to the altcoins here, come back to the bottom of this channel. So far, that's what's happening. We have the bearish divergence on Bitcoin dominance on the daily, and it is slipping. It's giving money back into the altcoins. No money is flowing into Tether. Tether dominance is in the other way. Tether dominance looks just like Total 3, but the opposite. It's an inverted cup and handle, breaking to the downside. That's a bear flag on the weekly, wanting to point down. The weekly is pointing down. It's all setting up perfectly. Inverse assets have inverse correlation, showing that we're going to dump while the altcoins pump. Everything getting ready to build here. The charts are conveying a message, and the message is telling us there's a high probability of an altcoin pump and for this whole market to really take off. Then we go to the DXY. The DXY would have to dump for risk on assets to pump. They basically cut the rates. Everything is happening exactly as we planned, and we waited so long. This is a bear flag about to drop to the downside, almost like a cup and handle there too in a way. But you lost that symmetrical triangle. Once you lose 100, you drop right down, and my bigger target is all the way to 89. And so far, this is shaping out to be perfectly correct, below the 200 MA and continuing further to the downside and rolling over on the stochastics RSI. The S&P futures, I gave you the call right here. This call has been here. You can't say I didn't. This is here. You can go back to the tape. It's from the day I put out this video at the beginning of September. Boom. And I said they're going to print this money in the session. Everyone was double topping, all bearish. I said that's a higher low. I pulled the Fibonacci on it too as well. It was the 618. So boom, you can move the stop loss to break even, as I said many times during these. And this looks like it's going to continue to pump. I see it flagging out here, making a flag, the 21 catching, and going on another rally as they continue to print this money. Target is 63.91 for the S&P. Had you taken that call, you'd be in the money. You wouldn't even have to trade it every day, just one trade. Same thing in the S&P, the NASDAQ, same thing with the NASDAQ. It did exactly the same thing. And I see the NASDAQ pushing up, doing exactly the same thing. It may make like a top here and come back to the 21 and make a flag. So we may have some temporary like pullback flag here, but for the most part, this thing is going to flag out and then likely continue to pump as they print money too. And my target for this is 24,398 to the upside. That's been spot on. I've given you that update every single week, and it has not faltered. I gave you gold here when it was in this channel. Then I made this flag. Then I projected the flag breaking to the upside to 27. Gold did exactly like I said it would too as well. This market's not that hard to figure out when you can start to see, what's correlated and what's not and what's starting to happen. So really big boom with upside, and you can see this thing starting to make a gain. I love it. Sol Bitcoin, I keep showing you, sideways. As long as Sol Bitcoin held this position, you knew the altcoins were eventually going to boom, and then Sol was going to boom against Bitcoin. I still see this happening. I still got my 100K in Solana at 109, and I'm holding, and it's been great. So beautiful move here for Solana. And the target there could take us to 0.005, and that's 118% gains on your Bitcoin. Last but not least, I want to talk about how Kaspa, one of my favorite coins, we got in at less than a penny, up a 17x, continuing to boom. I can see Kaspa on its way, getting started for a massive move up to 37. You heard it here first. Kaspa, baby, Kaspa. Everyone, that is your macro technical analysis for Bitcoin. Total 3, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, S&P futures, the DXY, NASDAQ futures, gold, and 2 other awesome coins, Solana, Bitcoin, and Kaspa. Everyone, I hope you had a wonderful week. Anyone who was in that hurricane, I hope you weathered the storm okay. Shout out to all my Floridians. We made it through strong. I'm okay. And everything, everyone I know is healthy and safe. So everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Be safe. I love you. Have a great day. Over and out. God is great.